Here we are back in action, ladies and gentlemen, with the 1987 Supermod. I'm Brad Drake. This is my AWA save, and together we're going to have some fun today. The AWA is traveling to LaGrange, Illinois. We're going to LYONS Township High School, where there will be a spot show for the LYONS Township High School Booster Club. We are in the field house at LYONS Township High School, and it's a pretty big venue for a show. I think we're looking at over 5,000 people for this venue. Let's take a look. And, of course, it's not going to show up. Well, we'll know when it's done. We won't waste too much time searching for this. So let's go ahead and take a look at our backstage incidents. Uh-oh, Lee Marshall, what did you do? Lee Marshall, he's cracking us up with those spot-on impressions. Thanks for keeping things loose, Lee. And again, it's a spot show. It's Monday at the third week of March. We are heading back from Salt Lake City on our way to Minneapolis to record Championship Wrestling and All-Star Wrestling. So we figured we'd stop off in the Chicago area, hit up a couple of the suburbs, and get some big numbers for spot shows. So tonight we are in LaGrange, and tomorrow night we will be back in Cicero at Morton College Gym. But tonight we're in the LYONS Township High School Fieldhouse, raising money for the Booster Club, and let's go ahead and take a look at our card for this evening. In the opener, White Panther Jr. will face Johnny Rich. Dukes and Jammer are going to battle the Destruction Crew. Nick Kiniski is going to challenge Steve Regal for the World Light Heavyweight title. Steve Olsonoski will face Bobby Duncum in the semi-main. The Texas Hangmen are going to wrestle Blackwell, Jerry Blackwell, and Baron von Raschke. And in our main event, Larry Zbyszko is going to challenge Greg Gagne for the World Television title. Let's get to booking. Here we go. White Panther versus Johnny Rich in the opener. And White Panther Jr., of course, is getting his name out there. He's also known as Jerry Lynn, under the hood in his rookie year in a great gimmick. I don't care what anybody says. It's a great gimmick. We're going to go ahead and leave this one open-ended, and whoever wins, wins. And it's just fine with me. And next, another 12-minute bout, I think, or are we up to 14? We are up to 14. We are going to have Dukes and Jammer battling the Destruction Crew. Both these teams getting some experience. We will also leave this one open-ended. Moving right along, Nick Kiniski is going to battle Steve Regal. And we're going to bump this one up to 16 minutes because these two should be able to have an excellent technical masterclass. There's the World Light Heavyweight title on the line. And there is Nick Kiniski. And there is Steve Regal, the reigning champion. And of course, Steve Regal is going to go over here clean. There's no shame in losing to the champ on a spot show. So keep your head up, Nick Kiniski. And we've gone ahead and selected Technical Masterclass. These two should definitely be able to get some bonus for their skills in that area. Next, 14 minutes, Olsonoski versus Regal. Not Regal, versus Duncum. Olsonoski versus Duncum. And of course, here is Bobby Duncum. And Bobby Duncum is getting the win, everyone. That's pretty interesting. I just saw the name Russell Taylor. I don't know if we have Russell Taylor on the enhancements here. I know. I shouldn't be doing this now, but what the hell, right? There's no Russell Taylor. So we signed an enhancement talent, Russell Taylor, and we did not add him. That's how you find stuff like this, folks, and you got to act on it right away. All right, back to our spot show. After that slight delay, the Texas Hangmen are battling Blackwell and von Raschke. This is probably the biggest names that the Texas Hangmen have battled yet. And should be a decent match. We'll go ahead and leave that one open-ended, even though I think we all know who's going to get the win there. And in our main event, of course, is Zbyszko versus Gagne for the World Television title. You know, recently I had a comment, a guy who's new to the channel, asking about the World Television title and how they thought it was just on TV only and only a 10-minute bout. Yes, that's correct. That's usually what the TV titles were designed for in the 70s and even the 60s when they first started coming around. But by the 80s, they became respected titles. And just look at the respect that the NWA World Television title got, and the others tried to follow suit. And sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. But in our case, when the AWA had the international television title, it was defended in longer bouts on events. So we're just keeping it realistic. So I hope that answers your question of what we're doing with the TV title. All right, we are ready to go ahead and get rolling here. I think you saw that our main event is going to end in a double countout, typical for us for our spot shows. So here we go. You see that? 3,400. And actually, I think that field house can fit up to 5,200. So in version 8.0, that should be fixed. Okay. And Johnny Rich beats White Panther Jr. with the flying elbow. We got Red Tex to Doom. These two are only getting 30 overall. Fair enough. All right, the Destruction Crew wins after Enos uses that big bad power bomb. And some more Red Text of Doom action here. We only get a 34. I'm sure what helps it too is the holding back business. There's actually no holding back, but there is inexperience and inconsistency. Yep, there's some holding back right there. So that's what does us in here. But that's okay. It's a spot show. We're getting these people experience. All right, Regal makes Nick Kiniski submit with that leg lock. They get a 68 overall. Not a bad score for a spot show. And of course, both men get a bonus for the style of match. And we're only penalized here with holding back and inexperience. So not bad at all for a spot show. Nice defense for Steve Regal. Next, Bobby Duncum almost takes off Olsonoski's face with that running big boot. Nasty finisher. And Bobby Duncum, big bad Bobby Duncum, gets the win. Of course, there's some penalties here for some holding back business, but the rest is pretty healthy. Moving right along, our big tag match. Jerry Blackwell gets the win with that big drop kick over Psycho. And got a lot of green text here, which is good. We end up with the 66 overall. I can understand it. I'm sure there's some holding back. There is. And there's also the declining physical ability of Baron von Raschke. So that's doing pretty good. I got no complaints. And let's see what our main does in a big score of 86 here. And of course, Larry Zbyszko hits a big 90 here. Greg Gagne with a 77, 86 overall. This will definitely help the prestige of the World Television title. And this is a nice spot show with a nice finish to the main. I'm sure LaGrange, Illinois is pleased with this Monday night spot show. All right, let's head back to the main screen and see what's shaking. And as I said earlier, tomorrow night, we are going not too far here from LaGrange. And we're going to stop at the Morton College Gym with a big spot show there. And we have a big main event. The big main event for this spot show is going to be Manny Fernandez facing Wahoo McDaniel in an Indian strap match. That's right, an Indian strap match. You got it? You have to yell it out when it's a big gimmick match just like that. All right. Vivian St. John, who we let go, has landed on her feet here with Windy City. That's a good place for her. Let's check our incoming. Tom Zank is going to stay with us a while. He's in the Great Lakes. Good deal. Thank you, Tommy Zank. And look at this. Jerry Blackwell likes Killer of the Texas Hangmen. And let's check who Killer is. Is Killer Bull Payne? No, Killer is Mike Moran. I would agree. Mike Moran did become a very good wrestler. So we have WWF on Madison Square Garden. Rick Rude defeats Hulk Hogan for the Intercontinental title. I can't even look at it anymore here. I'm disgusted. Let's check out Superstars of Wrestling. Don Morocco over Bobby Eaton. And Steamboat over Spivey. Fair enough. All right, NWA, Mike Graham over Ivan Koloff in the main event for the World Television title. You gotta be kidding me. That's some wrestle crap right there. I'm so upset, I don't even want to look at the rest of these. Well, we'll take a look at Atlantic Coast. Zhukov defends the Atlantic Coast heavyweight title. Good for him. And folks, I've seen about enough. If you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button, give us a like, share this video with your friends. Join us in conversation about version 8.0 and all things Supermod on facebook.com/groups/1987Supermod. Last but not least, if you would like version 8.0, go to braddrake.net, drop me a line, and I will be more than happy to send you over a link to our Google Drive page where you can download not only the picture pack, but also the database. And last but not least, please consider cruising over to Amazon.com and buying my book, Bob, Afghanistan, and Me. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.